Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Culture Connects podcast. I am your hostess, Honey, and I thank you all for joining us tonight. Please take this time to like, share, and subscribe to the Culture Connects podcast. Now, tonight's episode, we're going to dig a little deep tonight, you guys. We're going to discuss the current state of the Black community. And I know that's a broad topic, but because, and I thought that would be sufficient because we have a whole bunch of things, different things going on in our community right now, all at once. So it was, it all fit under that one umbrella. And joining me tonight is my brother, brother Khent Hadari Assad. Brother Khent, thank you so much for joining me tonight on the Culture Connect. How we doing, brother?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed by the grace of the Creator, man. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm making, and I thank you for the opportunity. For real, I'm doing good.
Oh, oh yes, oh yes. Oh man, bro. I'm just thankful to get you. We had you on the Aisha Sisters podcast, and I knew I
Right.
wanted you to join me on man. So I just thank God that you was able. You had a little time for us sister tonight. Let's
That's right.
go. You know,
Right.
um, and to all my guests, chime in, chime in. We got a lot of things to cover, a lot of different topics to cover tonight. So, Ken,
Right. Mm-hmm.
the current state of the Black community. Now, for those of you that don't know, Kent just came home. He spent 23 years in
3 years.
prison, and
Mm-hmm.
so all of this stuff that's going on right now is a culture shock to him, and I think
Ooh-wee.
that's why I wanted him on so we could really talk about like, man, the differences, the and just like the changes because the world was so different when you left.
Yes,
You
yes,
know?
yes. It most definitely is not just a transition, because just like what you said is somewhat different from where I left, from when I left, and from where I come from. So it's like, man, just like what you said the perfect words are culture shock, man. It's like all of this stuff is amazing. I'm talking about it's so many different things that I still kind of get butterflies in my stomach when I go to these self checkout lines. You know what I'm saying? It still kind of throw me when I go do that stuff. I be telling my lady like, say, baby, look, you do that, and I just be standing there because it's like it just throw me. It's just so much going on in the world that's so new, and I'm not used to. You know what I'm saying? So I take it one day at a time. I have to take it one day at a time because a lot of it's scary. It's
Yeah.
scary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shoot. Look, it's scary for me, and I ain't been nowhere.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
For real, just the speed of at which things are changing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. I used to, when we was coming up, first of all, we didn't have no cell phones and all of that. By the time beepers was affordable to us, shoot, I was damn near grown already. You
Right,
know what
right,
I
right,
mean? So it's just a culture shock. When we was young, we had to find things to do. These kids,
right.
I guess, our idea of finding things to do didn't involve nobody dying. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
these kids,
yeah.
they something to do is they're gonna take their drakes, they finna walk through the hood and record themselves.
Yep, yep. They own that. They
And
own that for
their
real.
idea of fun. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
And
like,
they can't focus. They can't live off of. I'm gonna tell you something that happened last week. Okay, down here where I'm at on the coast, down here in Mississippi, we had some real bad weather, and I guess a power line had got knocked down or something, so they had to fix it. And it came through early that morning and told us like in the next hour all of the power will be going off for about 3 hours. So whatever y'all need to do, we just letting everybody know on the block. So I'm like, all right, bet. So they tell me this. I'm cool with it because I'm used to keeping my phone charged. My phone gonna stay basically on full. You know what I'm saying? And so I ain't really tripping. I'm just okay, you know. Man, when those kids woke up and seen that they did not have no Wi-Fi, oh my man, they woke up. Then I'm talking about screaming and yelling, running in the room, checking the code. What's going on? What Wi-Fi? Turn Wi-Fi on. And immediately what had happened, they just left the house, just walking, trying to find a signal somewhere. And I'm
In
like,
the
man,
storm?
what? No, the storm was over. The
Oh, okay.
storm
Okay.
was over. You know what I'm saying? So they just walking around trying to catch Wi-Fi and going. We finna walk up here and we gotta do this. I'm like, and it just they don't. And then I'm gonna tell you something else that catches me off guard too. In the neighborhood where I'm at, nobody associates with nobody. Like what I'm used to seeing in the hood, you know, little kids running up and down the street playing. You got double dutch over there. They might be playing ball on a crate or something in the back in the alley. The little boys sitting on the porch. You know, this is what I'm used to seeing. That is not going on. Look, you never see nobody. If you see somebody walking, it ain't too much of that going on. The kids up in the house on their computer on one of these devices or something. So it kind of catches me off guard, and I ask my like, why y'all don't never socialize with nobody? And
They
they just
don't.
don't.
It's so crazy. And you know what? And that's even with the adults. I bought this house in February of 2021. I know two neighbors on the whole block.
Mhm. Yeah. Now,
The
don't
people
get me wrong. I understand that up there, and you know, up there, like where y'all in Illinois,
I'm
you
in
know,
the suburbs,
yeah,
in a gray area, and
right,
you just don't see them. I don't
right,
see these
right,
people at all. I know they live there.
right,
I see the cars. You know what I mean? When I leave
right,
out for work, the block is empty. When I come home, it's never any noise. Like the only noise that I've heard over here is me on the 4th of July. Like, and I apologize to my neighbors every year. You know, after my
right,
4th of July, I apologize to them for all the
right.
ruckus. Like, and but here's the thing: it's so crazy because it's a very peaceful situation. Like the police come over and watch my fireworks show.
Oh, that's nice.
You know
That's
what I'm
nice.
saying? Like they come through and watch it. Like they literally park, and then they'll be like, "Make sure you clean this stuff up." Like I got you.
Right, right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
I don't remember. Did they even sell fireworks in Illinois back in the day? Is
Well,
that
here's
new?
the thing. Here's the thing. You
We
know,
used to have to go to Boomland.
they're not legal in the city of Chicago, but I don't live in
Right.
Chicago.
Okay, on the outskirts is good in the
Yeah,
city. Okay, that's what it
I'm
was. That's
like
what it
10 minutes
was.
from Indiana, and I just
Yeah, that's what's up. That's
don't do
what's up.
nothing. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up. Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
See, my mother's
Yeah.
birthday may she rest in peace. She was born on the 4th. So
Oh,
every year, even when she was alive, whether I was in town or not, because I always been one of them people on the go. Whether I was in town or
right.
not, I made sure that her birthday was busting. She loved
That's right.
fireworks. So now that
That's
she
right.
gone, I still make sure it's busting, and I make sure it's plenty of fireworks in honor of her.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, man.
Rashawn Lee. But yeah, it's crazy.
It
They don't go outside like now in my backyard up until last week, I had a basketball rim in my backyard. So a lot of the young boys, I would see them here, they'd be playing in my yard. But I never see the little girls.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
And if the little boys ain't playing basketball, I don't see them either. Like these kids be
Right,
in the house. But I'm gonna tell you
right,
something though. It's these phones because both my boys, they be on these group chats with their friends, and it's like a literal all day thing.
right,
They
right,
just on the group chat talking, doing they just literally on the group chat all day.
right. I'm gonna tell you something that my stepson does, and I think it's called a RBG. something like that. It's like some kind of real life Grand Theft Auto type game, and it be hundreds of people just on this game. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying, from all over, but they just thugging. They ain't no. So I sat down watching one day. I'm like, oh. So all them people that's on the screen now, them different people. He was like, yeah, these all different people from
yeah,
all over. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I'm like, so what's the object of it? He like, man, we just
Just
in
kicking it and
another
playing.
world. We just kidding. I'm like, what?
They kicking it and playing. Man, my 14-year-old was so cold on Fortnite.
Mhm.
Uh, he was like he was having tryouts for people to be on his team. Like he was ranked so high that he literally was hosting tryouts. So and mind you, at that time he was like 11, and I'm like, look, don't you get these
Mhm.
people our address. Don't you tell nobody where you live. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I really had to go into internet safety because he was so young and so advanced. I didn't want him to make our home a security threat to the pedophiles and
Right,
stuff. You know what I mean? Well, no
right,
creep
right.
coming through here, but yeah, that was crazy. And it's crazy how they do that. And like you said, it'd be a bunch of them on there, all from all over. And they be talking shit, they be cussing. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
One night, my
yes.
oldest son was in here, right?
Mhm.
Just before he moved. He was playing a game, and he had his gaming chair had the wheels. And so now I'm hearing MF woo woo woo, and I'm hearing the rolling, and it just sounded like somebody was in my house. Like it sounded too real for me. So
Right,
I
right.
hop up, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I hop up, you know what I'm saying, grab my people, you know what I'm saying, go upstairs, hit the light switch, like, man, this fool in his room
Hold
in
it
the dark with some headphones on, got the LED lights going, got the headphones on. About the he don't realize how close he came to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is you?
back.
Are you serious right now? You know what time
Right.
it is? You know, like it was just so crazy. It was
He the
crazy.
same way. He the
I wasn't ready for
same way.
it. Was 2 o'clock in the morning, and that noise and the way he was cussing, it just man, it just threw me. It threw me off. I wasn't ready for it.
And then he put it on. He put it on our big screen in our living room. So it's like you'll hear it like they in a movie or something. Like you know what I'm saying. And I'll be
It
like,
sounded like two
I'm
people in
like,
your
that's you. Yeah, I'm like, that's you on there. You like, yeah, that's me right there. I'm the one with the black shirt in the. I'm like, what the hell? All right.
house. Yes, 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 yes. And that's the thing. That is just the craziest stuff. I can't take it. I can't
Yeah, I
take
can.
it.
I
Yes.
don't want to even try it. I don't even want to try it because I might get hooked on it. Though as hooked as they is on it, I'm like, I
Okay.
don't
Got to be
even, I
something
don't
in
even,
it. I ain't playing it. I
I
don't want to
don't
know.
want to play that. It's
I don't
real,
want to know.
real, man. I guess
Crazy.
that's the same thing as virtual reality. I guess that's what it is. I don't know, man. Because I know people said that they be buying real estate and all kind of stuff from there. If that's the same thing, I don't know for sure, but
And
it's
Grand Theft Auto, my son was buying minute time at the strip club. I am not make. I can't even make this up. They be man. That's some stuff. That's some stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now look, I'm gonna change the subject real quick, right? And I want your opinion on this, right? Especially as a person freshly home. What is your take on the 50 Cent Big Meech thing?
Oh, I'm gonna say this: 50, 50 ain't did nothing wrong, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Big Meech, he was trying to stay afloat. I don't know what his, I don't know what his thing was with Rick Ross to make him do what he did, and it had to be. I don't really understand it. I be watching those blogs, and they be trying to. You had one blog out there saying how he was doing it just to show 50 that. you can't control him and things of that nature. That wasn't the case. It couldn't have been the case. You
Right.
know, he had to have thought that Rick could give him some form of leverage or something. And I really believe that Rick Ross did it just to split, just so it could do just to split it up. I really truly think that he did that just to split it up. But 51 wrong. 51 wrong. I don't feel he was wrong. He took care of that boy's son. He put that boy's son on, man.
Okay. See now. Okay. For me, this my take, right? And I'm a beg to differ a little bit. I think that Meech was definitely wrong for coming home taking the picture with Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? I don't think him having a relationship with Rick Ross was wrong. I feel like him taking the picture with him was 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 disrespectful. Um, I love you, you my brother, but your beef ain't my beef, right?
Facts.
But now, here's the hit with that, right? Your beef ain't my beef. So I'm entitled to be cool with somebody that you're not cool with, right? But out of respect for you, I'm not gonna take no picture with your op and post it on no internet. Just because I respect you and our relationship. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't gonna
Right.
stop me from being cool with who I want to be cool with because we grown. But there's a respect thing there. You understand what I'm saying? And I really feel that Mish was disrespectful. That was disrespectful. But
Yeah.
then too though, I feel 50 is bogus because I know that he knew that Meech was snitching before all of this came, before they fell out. Don't fall, don't fall out with me and throw my dirty laundry out after we fall out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Stand up and shit on me while we cool. Don't wait till we fall out and throw all this shit at me. You
Mhm.
make me want to do
Mhm.
something to you.
Right. But see, from some that I seen, you really can't believe all of these bloggers or whatever. But when all this stuff first started going on, I was kind of getting into it, and the way that I got it was 50 didn't necessarily know. He heard and was somewhat aware of the rumors, but when Big Meech got out, he was with this woman, whatever Tammy, whatever her name is. He was
Yeah.
he was with her, feeding her all of these, what I'm saying, dreams and whatnot. And she did what she did to get him out. Okay. When he got out, he went back to his baby mama, which is Little Meat's mother. All
Right.
right. So when he went back to his baby mama, that's when she went to 50, like, hey man, look, man, what you want to do, man? This dude, woo, woo, you know what I'm saying? And 50 was already hot and heated about it, so they just went on connect. Now I'm gonna say, hey, all of that stuff. I just feel like it's more to it. I just
See,
feel like there's much
thing
more
with
to it.
that, right? That stuff happened back in 2009 with that lady in the case. Okay.
Come on.
And the court stuff came out. So we know Meech did know. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it's not, they haven't proved that he sent her to do it, but we know that he was aware of everything. All right. I feel like he left her because she threw the whole case. She had sex with the prosecuting attorney or whatever person, and and threw the whole case. They threw that
Mhm.
case out. Cuffy in jail for some other shit. You know what
Right,
I'm
right.
saying?
Oh, I
So
didn't know that.
yes,
I didn't.
Cuffy in
Okay.
jail for something else. He ain't in jail because of Meech. That case with Tammy
Oh,
got thrown out because she had sex with the man. You see? So I wouldn't have
oh,
came home to her neither. Because we had an agreement, mother chucker, and you threw our thing off. And you gonna get his
right.
pussy, and I didn't sign my life rights over to you, and you gonna get this ninja some coochie after I signed my life rights to you, girl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That
Who you
makes a lot.
playing
But
with?
why? I don't see why
I
Meech.
think 50 knew. I think 50 knew because Blue Da
He
Vinci never
might
been
be.
talking about it since like 2017. So he had to
Yeah,
have some that he knew 50 got a
he
man.
probably.
He
Yeah.
knew. He knew. He was just
But why
holding it.
Meech won't? Why Meech won't speak on it? Like
He
yeah,
can't. He can't. He on papers. He on the paper. He on papers. He can't say nothing. Them people watching him. He better not say nothing. He gonna lock his ass up. He can't say
right,
nothing, and 50 know it. He know his hands tied. See, federal parole is something totally different.
right, right.
Ooh, them
And
niggas
then
with you.
and then did you hear 50 bought the halfway house that Meech stayed in?
You know what? I
But
was telling
like,
my
he
guy,
don't even play.
I was telling my guy, I said, boy, they better not never let me get no real money. I'm acting just like 50.
50 don't even play.
How
They
bad,
don't
nigga,
even play.
you getting out. I'm tripling your rent or you gotta go.
Yep, 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 yep. But yeah, it's that's pressure. That's pressure in many different lights, man. Because man, for him to have such strong street credibility and to be attributed with such a dirty uh incident or a dirty thing or whatever, and then on top of that, for this situation to come with with Ross. I felt he could have just stated it, instead because I seen he did a video. He did a video or whatever. Where he was like, "I never told, I never did that." Woo woo. Okay, but I felt he could have did a little bit better if he just would have said something like, um, "I can be friends with who I want to be friends with. If that's what you mad about, then it is what it is." And then think about his son too, because his son caught up in the. And I like what Boosie has said. Boosie was like, "Man, the hell with you, man. I'm right or wrong with my dad. I feel like that." So it's many different morals and principles
That's what I'm
when
saying.
when we speak
So
about that.
many different aspects of it that's just
Yeah,
crazy because to a certain extent, like and for me personally, that was the only thing that I was really disappointed in 50 about. Like because as the alpha, you when there is a if there's a thing, you have to slaughter your opponent. So I get it. I get that with him. He want to squash him like he squashed me, he
right,
squashed Jaco, he squashed people. But
right.
dead to you and
That's
keep
right.
you alive. You understand? You're gonna be a dead man walking fucking with me. I
Yeah,
appreciate that, but I really don't like the way he did Little Meech simply because
yeah,
he was like he was a casualty of war. When he put the text thread out, and you could when you read it, I felt Little Meech like, man, I fuck with you. I ain't got fuck Ross. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You my people. You
right,
know what I'm saying? Um,
right.
I ain't like that part. And then when he came out and was talking about how Meech was on drugs and fucked up all the money, you know what I mean?
I
First,
ain't know that.
yeah, he said he gave Lil Meech $5 million, and when Meech came home, he ain't had no money. Why he ain't had no money? He like, man, I gave you $5 million. Where's the money? You know what I mean? So
Right.
that just it's just a whole bunch to it. But I really felt bad for Lil Meech,
Yeah.
out of
I
everybody.
believe I believe he gonna round back. I believe he was trying to teach him a lesson. I don't believe he gonna let that show go like that. I don't know though. He might 50 petty like that.
Think
50
about it like
super
this.
petty.
The next season already been filmed, so they can run that, and he can go on to something else. It's so many as far as especially by him smashing Meech like that. That show dead anyway. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? He gonna have to come up with something about the Chambers
yeah,
brothers. He gonna have to come
yeah,
up with money, power, respect. Somebody, he gonna have to come up with another story because them
yeah,
ain't it. That
yeah,
ain't it.
yeah. After that came out like that, the narrative they'll never be able to actually, it's over with. It's over with,
Yeah, it's
man. You're
over
right.
with. That's
Yeah,
dead. It's this dead, especially when the court documents came out. Like, because at first, everybody was like, man, 50 tripping, everybody, woo, woo, it was just a bunch of different conversation. But once the actual court documents came out, and it was clear that he was definitely aware. Now there's not proof that he told her to do it. There was no proof of coercion, okay, or collusion, but he definitely knew. Definitely.
Man, that's scary too, man. That third party. Ooh, that's scary. Ain't no telling who. Ain't no telling who out there like that.
A whole lot.
I'm telling you, man.
That's why crime don't pay. Crime does not pay. Young peoples, crime don't pay. Value something else. Rick Ross had a field talking about some, carpentry, masonry, you know what I'm saying? Construction. Man, y'all better get y'all a trade and get y'all some real money around here. Because there's some real money to be made in that. Some real money to be made in construction. And we letting that money go past us. You know
right. That's what I got to trade for that before I came home for construction.
Yeah. I'm trying to convince my son to go back to school for construction. I wanted the carpentry construction general manager, general contractor. I mean, that's what they call general contractor. Yeah. Trying to buy some more properties, you know what I'm saying? And I need some help. And the hardest thing with these rehabs, with the rehabbing and the flipping, is good labor. The material don't be nothing. It be that labor, that labor. So if I cut my labor expenses, man, we could make a killing around here. So I'm still praying, still talking and praying, sending links to the college.
That's right.
Hopefully one day you get it. Hopefully one day you get it. You know what I mean? Just trying, man. That's all we could do.
But I was checking out Boosie. Boosie did the same thing as far as with he building a whole compound.
Yeah, for his yeah.
Man, look, that's something that I would really love to do. If I ever make it to that point in that degree, that's one of my goals right there. That's for real. Mhm. That's love, that man. You could build a whole compound for your family, and you will really be able to set your family up where they won't have to, go through what you had to go through to get to these levels. Yeah, I'm with that. I love that for real. Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah. That's a whole blessing in and of itself. That's a blessing.
it is. It is, man. It is, man.
Now I don't know about no compound with me and my family, but the listen, but I'm just talking stuff because if either one of these houses on the side of me go up for sale, I'm definitely gonna purchase it for my kids.
Right. That what's up, man. That what's up.
One of the houses next door, it went up. It was a for sale sign, and then some. I don't know if they sold it, if they're renting it, but I'm just waiting, biding my time. You know what I mean? Because somebody gonna sell, but I definitely want some more property on my block, and hopefully, like I said, next door, so I can knock a gate down and have a huge yard. That's what I'm saying. Because I do. I'm with the family thing, but I don't know if I want to be that close to everybody. But I definitely want to make sure that my kids always have a place to lay their heads. My grandbabies, they come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm fighting for my father's estate right now because he when he passed away, well before he passed away, he remarried,
Okay.
and she basically got the rights to stay in the house and everything. It was split up amongst the children and her.
Okay.
And she telling the lawyers and everything that she stay there, but nah, she ain't staying there. We just made a trip up through there, and she not staying there. And I really don't know what's the next step because it's like I think it's 9.5 acres. You know what I'm saying? So
The crazy thing, I went to I went to real estate school a couple years ago, and it's real unfortunate. Got to look at the paperwork because a lot of times when a person marries their spouse gets to keep the house till death, and
Or
then
remarry.
yeah, oh yeah, till they die or they remarry, and then the house, then you go through probate and split it up. But unless she remarries or dies, y'all probably gonna have to wait.
And I hate that because that's exactly what, and the crazy part about it, she's not even there. She's not
Living
even
there.
in the
That be the crazy thing. People be so spiteful. People be really spiteful. You know what I'm saying? My auntie had a situation like that. Her husband died, and the property was with between the husband and the brother. And so man, she had to fight to for the brother to relinquish them rights. Man, look, let me buy you out. Like, just go. You don't stay here. You don't want it. You know what I mean?
don't want it.
Just be very
Mm-hmm.
spiteful. Be real spiteful
Mm.
like that. And that's the craziest crap ever. Like,
And
man,
don't none of my siblings want it, 'cause they all up there in Maywood. They don't want it. And I'm telling them, I'm like, man, well, saying y'all right, saying y'all part over to me. I'm
right.
just getting out. I don't
Need
just want it. I need it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Have you reached out to her?
I did, and that woman stopped. She stopped communicating when I told her that I wanted to come by the house and look through to see if my mom still had my birth certificate. And she told me that my little sister Janet should have it, and it's not there. And every time I try to call or text, I don't get no type of feedback. So I've been going through a lawyer, but her lawyer, the last time I talked to a lawyer a few days ago, a lawyer just told me, man, you got to talk to her. Don't call me about this. Don't call me about that. Talk with her because she make these decisions. Because we came to her like, man, what we need to come up with to go and buy out.
Right.
And she was like, you got to talk with her. And she ain't got no talk. And she's an older woman. She been staying in a whole another state. I think she in Wisconsin or something like that. She been staying there for like 2 years. So I don't even understand why you even got why you got this for and then here's the way it's set up. It's 9 acres,
Uh-huh.
but that one part that belonged to my dad that she got is like right in the middle. And
Okay.
I got shares in all of the land, including that one, but it's like she's just in the way, man. She's in the way.
Look,
She's
ain't they always? Ain't they always in the way? Get
hmm
out the
yeah,
way. Okay, you guys, we're
yeah.
gonna take a brief commercial break and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Aisha Sisters Productions. Got the vision but need the firepower? Look no further. We don't just create, we dominate. Whether it's e-flyer creation, commercial production, or top-tier advertising and promotion, we take your brand to the next level. Need a podcast setup or already running one? Let us handle the backstage production like pros. Stay in front of the mic while we handle everything behind the scenes. Don't just get noticed, get remembered. Contact Aisha Sisters Productions today for all your streaming and production needs. It's time to elevate your brand. We'll take you there.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Culture Connects podcast. I am your hostess, Honey, and I am joined by my brother, Kent Hadari Hassad. Welcome back.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we didn't touched on these kids and these video games. We didn't touched on Big Meat.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's talk about the young man that got killed in Dallas with his daughter.
Oh man, when I when I heard about that, that sickened me. It
Yes.
sickened me in so many ways, because we don't being sitting inside those walls for so long, and me still being very actively involved in the streets. I built a certain kind of feeling towards the men of the street, guys that been out here ain't been inside. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like they're 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 giving up. They're giving up on our youth for that type of stuff to go on. And man, now don't get me wrong. I heard that one of them they did him real bad when he made it to the county. They did him something real bad. One of them, but it's just these type of things should be already established and put in one's mind that man, even if you was gonna do him something, man, don't do it to his child. I mean, man, don't do it to his child. That little girl ain't had nothing to do with that, man.
And the messed up part about that, right? People say he ain't know the kid was in the car. They ain't know the kid was in the car. Well, if y'all was following him, if
You know
y'all
that kid was in
him, how you know the kid was in the car? Because y'all follow him now. Y'all didn't just pull up like y'all follow him, and y'all have been watching him, so y'all knew what
right.
it was. You know what
And
I'm
then
saying?
I don't even just blame them. I blame him as well because when you in the streets and you in the war, you know, people say, back in the days it was morals about this and it was morals about that. It wasn't no principles and morals to the street. It was principles and morals to the individuals that was out there in the streets, and we did things differently back then. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But it wasn't no rules then, and it ain't no rules now. So the point is, if you are in a warfare type situation with some individuals, you get away from your family.
yeah,
When I was in Chicago and I got caught up in some mess, I got caught up with some mess, and I remember coming home. I was coming home, and I seen the van pull up, go to my mama's house. I was on Van Buren Leamington, and I was in the alley. I'm coming through the alley, and I see the van pull up, stop, and I know the van, and
yeah,
they ain't got no business in this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So they stop, they get out, walk to the house, and I'm sitting there watching. He's talking to my mom at the door, and when they finished talking, they left. So when they leave, I come, Mama, what they were talking about? Oh, they said something about a video game that you owe them, that you got from them. But I'm knowing now, I ran off with these dudes' money. I was on some young boy, you know what I'm saying? I done messed up, and it ain't about no video game. But my point is, I said when that happened, I ain't coming back home. I don't know how they found out where I was at. I don't know how they found out where my mama was at. But at that point, when I seen that my mom and my sister and my daddy could have lost their life because of my stupidity, oh, I got to get away from the crib because
yeah,
I don't want them to get caught up in what I got going on. So I fought him just as much as I fought them. You get away, you don't have your little girl out doing all this stuff here, and you know you got problems with these young dumb retarded dudes. You know what I'm saying? Man, you supposed to separate yourself from that type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? When you got kids, you supposed to be out the street life anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, man. That
yeah,
hurt me. That sickened me.
yeah. That was, oh my God, that took me out. That took,
hmm
yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of do you remember this was back like 2015 on the south side of Chicago. Uh it was supposed to be some moles had unalived a little boy.
In the alley, and they went and took them in the alley and shot them. Yes,
Right.
yes,
I and it took Jeff Ford. I think if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Hoover, I think they had an interview with both of them. They didn't show their face, but they just had their voice. I think it was on Dateline, Nightline, whatever it was, and they had to speak and just say how this is not a representation of us. This has nothing to do with us. This has
Right.
nothing to do with nothing that we started. That was just a young dummy that was out there. They was,
And that's the whole
and
thing. Got these crash outs claiming stuff, you know,
mhm, yeah,
never took
yeah,
nothing, and they just claiming stuff.
yeah.
That's
And
a huge issue.
I don't understand. I really don't understand, and I believe that I can't just say it's an issue here nor there. It's an issue all around because yeah, these guys they got these little clicks, these little 3, 4 letter clicks, and they still claiming other things, along to that, and it's like it gives those that's righteously representing things a bad look. But my issue is nobody attempts to try to correct it. I ain't gonna say they don't, because I'm sure it's a lot of guys that's what they call pushing peace or whatnot, you know. But man, it take more aggression. I don't know if you ever heard of it's an organization out of Detroit called New Era, started by Zeke. I forgot Zeke's last name, but he started an organization and they're very militant. And it was a situation had happened with a some dude had did something sexually to an older woman. And when I tell you, them guys got mobile and was going door to door. They was recording, stopping people in traffic. Hey, we looking. You heard about what happened over here? We looking for this dude, man. You know anything, man? Get at us. This is the way they was pulling up.
And
They
see, and
set
that's
up.
what we need. That's what we
That's
need.
what we need.
Everybody getting
Yes.
all this violence prevention money, and ain't nobody like stepping to these shorties. Like, now, don't get me wrong, babe. I got some sisters that's boots on the ground, but they're
Right.
there, they're there in a nurturing way. They come in after something happened to make sure that the family get what they need and that type of capacity. But we need some men
Need
with
some men. Yeah.
some Timberland boots on and some bulletproof vest saying, "Nigga, what's up?
What's up? Real
What's up?"
talk, man. Man, that's what I'm on, man. I don't like it. I don't appreciate what's going on. I don't like the way our sisters got to get out there and they have to do a lot of stuff that these men supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't appreciate that, and I know that I have to guard myself and think a lot about the way that I move and I execute certain things because I know and I understand that that'll make me a target in a world that I'm not just yet fully used to in
Right.
a world. So I
Right.
have to be careful. But it makes me mad, man. It really upsets me when I see this type of stuff. I be ready to step. I be ready to activate. For
Yeah.
real, man. About these women and these children, I be ready to activate, man. For real. So it hurt me, man, in that situation I had. For real, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, crazy. It's crazy. But and we definitely need I guess like you said, a more aggressive stance. The passive way is not working.
No.
You being reactive isn't working. We need to create a proactive stance and we need to mean it, you know.
Right.
We need to mean it. We need
Right.
to.
That's right. And I don't that go back to what I was saying about how I used to look at so many guys. I'm like, man, y'all out there, do something. Do something, man. I remember we had set up an event one time up in North Mississippi, and it didn't go the way that we wanted it to go or we needed it to go because the white supremacists, it was like some they found out and we told that sister not to put them flyers out there ahead of time, but she put it out there where we was gonna meet up at and whatnot. Cause this was a protest. This wasn't just event where we kicking it. This was a
Right.
protest. And man, she dropped them locations, man. And that same while they was setting up on one side of the road, the Klan was setting up on the other side of the road. And what messed it up, they let a dog loose. They let a dog loose, and the dog got the running over there, and it was little kids running and all kind. It was all kind of stuff going on, man. But I fought the men. Men have to step up, man. They have to, and even before, where I was at, when I was in prison, them youngsters, they come in with that same, EBK type mentality. They don't want to follow by this and they don't want to follow by that. And I was one of the few. I'm old school because I done did all the time. So even though I'm young, I come up under all of the older guys that was leading things back in the days when I first came. So I'm one of the youngest old guys.
Right.
So when these youngsters was coming in and they talking, it was guys that was young holding authority and stuff around their age. They talking to them like they ain't gonna play with me like that. Don't play with me like that. That's real. I don't play with me like that, man. I'm put you on your ass because you these youngsters just gotta learn, man. They just gotta learn. I'm just saying like that, man. It just make me upset.
Yeah. But the thing is, a lot of them get behind that wall and learn. So
Right.
glad the brother finally home to do the great work. Great show, honey. You are a
Do
hero.
great work. Right.
Mighty,
Right.
bro. It's mighty. It's
That's
mighty.
right, bro.
Thank you so much, Samori. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
It's crazy because, like, for me, I spent over a decade in the military, and so my stance be a little harsh, and but it comes from my conditioning, my training. I left high school, I left my mama and went straight to some 4 o'clock in the morning. We up. When they say we do more before 6 a.m. than most people do all day, they ain't lying.
Right.
It's
Right.
not a lie. Because my day definitely started before the sun came up. You know what I mean? And it still does.
Right. I wanted to go to the military shit. That was one of the main reasons why I came to to Mississippi. When I left Chicago, I came out here and I wanted to go to the military because I was so rough. I felt like the military was gonna be the only thing that could break me. You know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to go, man, but Lord had other plans. But yeah, we gotta have that discipline. We gotta have that discipline, and we
Yeah.
gotta have that firmness, man. That firm, swift discipline. And we don't have too much of that these days.
You know what? I think a lot of that is because of, we want to be pleasing to everyone.
Right.
We don't want, a lot of times we don't want to rock the boat, and all of that stuff. Well, call me the boat rocker, because guess what? I'm gonna say what needs to be said, and I'm gonna do what needs to be done. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what needs to be done at all times. It just is what it is with me. And I think, like I said, a lot of times that rub people the wrong way, but at the end of the day, I'm effective. It's effective. Like, time is the only thing in this world that we cannot get back, right?
That's right.
We can always make some more money. We can always have a new relationship. We can always redo, rebuild, regrow, reincarnate ourselves. We can do all these different things, but we can't get that time back. So for me, my time is valuable, and I don't really have time I ain't got time for the BS. So, I think so. My problem be, I ain't got time for the BS. So and I let it be known, man, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, and I think sometimes that ruffles a lot of feathers, because that makes you, I'm not to go along to get along. And it'll make you a target. It makes you a target. You know what I'm saying? Because the masses are going along to get along, and here you go, that one Indian, like,
Right.
So And a lot of times people don't, you know, we join organizations and we get involved with different cliques and different situations because we want to fit in. So so when a person stands up and bucks what is normal in those when whatever situation that they're in, you know, they're looked at with scrutiny, you know. And just like what you said, because you are not acclimated to society all the way, you have to tread lightly because the way just because of how that works. And because the people click so hard, a person a certain leader may not find you favorable, and then and you got 5 ass kissers over here that's willing to knock your block off just to please the leader that probably don't even like them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But they don't even like you. You wouldn't have put it all on the line for him. He don't even like you.
Right. Right.
You know,
I
and
was
then
saying.
once you get behind that wall, he ain't finna reach for you. He ain't got a dollar for you,
Right.
your mama, your daddy, your kids.
Right.
You
Right.
are forgotten. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand that part. And I think a lot of that comes with some years and some life experience too. You know.
Right. Yeah. Get behind them bars, man. Ain't nobody checking on your mama. Ain't nobody checking on your kid. You know,
No.
ain't nobody. You got very few that even send you a green dot here, there, send you a cash up here, there. You know, man, that stuff ain't going down. That stuff ain't happening. Then when you get up in there, ain't no care packages. Ain't no the brothers finna look out on you. Ain't no none of man, none of that finna go on. Man, that stuff dead. Yeah, always 1,000. That stuff dead, man. You know, you gotta build your own lane and stay in it, man. You know, and that's what I really have to learn. I really have to learn that because it's like I'm built like you know like Malcolm or Martin, they knew what was in front of them and they knew what was against them, but it was about the people this and it was about the people that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I have to learn that. Man, sometimes you gotta. Man,
Yeah,
I just
you
gotta.
your battles because the people don't love you like you love them.
Exactly,
Trust me, I know.
exactly, exactly,
and,
exactly.
and it all comes from the heart. Like, you know, we go through life trying to find our purpose, right? And God has blessed me to know that my purpose is to serve, right? And I accept my role gracefully, but sometimes it's a battle because I want to serve the people who want my help and who's going to appreciate my help. And sometimes God put me in situations with people who I know they don't want my help. They ain't gonna appreciate nothing I done did. You know what I'm saying? And God still be sending me over there. You know what I mean? But because I have accepted my plight, I got to go where he sent me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and he be sending me to some places. It's a constant battle because God be sending me to places I just don't want to go, but I have to because I understand my purpose and I've accepted it. And see, and that's the thing with you. Like, see, you know your purpose. God gave you a purpose to serve, and He gave and you are a leader at heart. So as time go on, it's gonna manifest itself the way it's supposed to, but you got to get ready for them daggers, man. You know, and it's crazy because you work so hard and you trying to do it
If
for the
you
right
talking,
reasons, and it really puts a huge target on your back.
it does. It
You know
does.
what I'm saying? You
I'm
know.
learning to sit down. I'm learning to sit down. I'm learning to to see and don't see certain things and just choosing my battles. I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I start trying to learn that as I was my last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was man, it was hard. Especially it was hard knowing that they denied my parole twice. So it was like after that second denial, I'm like, man, I'm steady letting all this stuff make it that I normally wouldn't let make it, you know. But I guess I needed it. I needed those 3 years
Yeah,
of sitting back and
yeah.
I
And being
needed that,
humble, and being humble, because society will humble you. Going into these jobs, getting up every day at a certain time, that takes so much discipline. I remember when I was in the street, I'd be coming home around the same time the day shift workers would be going to work. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be laughing. I'm like, I bet they think I'm selling coochie. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be coming in so late. Like I said, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming in with my night, with my night
right,
clothes on. They leaving out with their work clothes on, and
right,
I used to just laugh about it and stuff. And it wasn't until I became them that I realized the discipline, the dedication that it takes to get up every day at the same time and go to the same place and do the same thing over and over again for years.
yeah.
Years? I'm doing the same. I'm going to say, I do the same.
Right, right. That's some
You know what I'm
discipline.
saying? When I can listen, and then the crazy thing is because, see, I said I'm a street person, so I'm looking at it like, okay, now I'm going to get XYZ for the week for going here. And I know that I could probably get that in a couple of hours, And
Mm,
so that was that transition. That transition was rough for me. It was rough, but it wasn't rough because I made my transition in jail. See,
right,
I had went to jail that last time, and
right.
the judge wasn't playing with me that time, and I started praying, and I was telling God, Lord, you get me out this jam this time, and I promise you, I'm
All
gonna make
right,
a real change. I'm not doing. I'm It's over with. Whatever I
right.
had going on, Lord, you get me out of here. It's done. It's done. And that was like June of 2014, and so it's been 11 years. Been 11 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the straight and narrow, and I just thank God for it.
Yeah,
It wasn't. It
that's
wasn't.
that's a real strong man because a lot of people can't do
It wasn't easy. That was very hard. It
it.
was
Yeah.
very hard. You have to understand something, like when people, what they say, like you do something for 30 days, they become a habit.
Mhm.
So what happens when you do something for 30 years?
Mm.
It becomes a way of life.
Right,
You understand what
right.
I'm saying? It was literally a way of life for me. So I didn't have to change something. I had to change everything because my whole life evolved around the lifestyle that I had created based upon that way of living. And
Right.
I said, man, that was that was something. But I'm gonna tell you something. It was rough at first because of the change, but God, looking back on it, I ain't missed a beat. God was right there the whole time, carrying me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I thought that, I thought, to be honest with you, I thought if I had actually got like a job or something, we was gonna be struggling.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like I was so mentally corrupt that I thought that getting a job would put me in struggle season.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah,
But it,
that's just being new to that new lifestyle. That's
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But okay, but here go the thing. But I don't know. That was my mindset before the jail, before the last situation with jail. So when I came home, like I said, when I got out of jail that time, I got a job. I went to work. I was praying. I joined church. You understand what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I had to change everything. I had to change people, places, things. I couldn't hang around my old friends because if I go around my old friends, they gonna want the old me. You understand what I'm saying? And she don't live here no more.
That's right. Sis, you ever seen that movie like Father Like Son by Bo Dill?
No.
It's so sis,
Oh,
man.
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
Man, Bo Dill, one of the guys, man. He did some pressure with that one. He did a part two also. He needs to go and drop that part two on Tubi so I can go and see it because I ain't seen that one yet. But he also coming out with a series. But it's about that. It's about he was the founder of a street gang, and he went up the road and got a bunch of time, came home on appeal, and was trying to change his life, but he didn't change his environment. When he came home, he went right back to the same people, and they were bringing him back into you know the same lifestyle. And man, that was a good story there, man. You have to go check that out, man. I'm telling you, man. Not seeing that, I said, man, that's me. I always said I'm not going back to where I came. Where guys know the old me and all. Nah, I ain't going back to that because they gonna be looking strictly for that,
Yeah.
and that person that ain't like you said that they don't live no more. You
Here
know
go
what I
the hit
mean?
though. See, going around the wrong people will can bring that old person back. You know what I'm saying? That's just like how like when people be using drugs and they tell them, if the drugs don't kill you, the lifestyle will. You got to change your people, places, and things because when you are evolving and you go back to where you have elevated from, they're gonna pull you down before you bring them up. You know what I'm saying? And so like I said, I just had to make some serious change and that it got lonely. You know what I'm saying? I got bored. It was crazy. I was coming to all these things in my head, and then I didn't realize how much of my life was tied to that image of that person, that person. You know what I'm saying? The flag girl, the whoop whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? Very resourceful. You need something. Let me call Boo, see what she got. You know what I mean? Oh, she ain't got it. She can call somebody. You know what I mean? So like, I said it was took an adjustment. I moved an hour away from my house. I moved to Joliet, right by Statesville. I moved out there. They didn't know me. I was able to reinvent myself. You know what I'm saying? And as a nice person. And and it's so cool because it was so great because like nobody knew me. And so I was able to be Friederica for once. You know what I mean? And I'm still her today to a certain extent. I'm definitely her in the bank, at the airport. You know what I'm saying? I'm her when I need to be, but it's just like I said, it's a blessing because it was hard. It was hard. Just changing my mindset, like that's hard. Reprogramming yourself. That was difficult. That was difficult. But I thank God for it though. For real. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. But at the end of the day, I'm still a vice lord. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a community servant. I'm an advocate for the people. I believe in girl power, financial literacy for our people. I'm a bunch of different things, but they're all positive today. All positive. A few 24 hours ago, I ain't had that testimony. But thank God. To God be the glory.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? For real. You know how this stuff go, brother. You know what I'm saying? Man. Are you practicing Ramadan?
I haven't been, and it's a lot of brothers hitting me up asking me about it too, boy. I ain't lying. I um I ain't in my I ain't in my element, man. Since I've been out, I've been so, man, so
Trying to catch up.
depressed. So it ain't even really that. It's just I'm not used to living like I'm living. I'm used to being able to do what I want to do, well, not do what I want to do, but I'm used to having money. I'm used to being able, if I go in the store, if I want something, I could, what I'm saying, I ain't gotta worry about and it's crazy that I'm talking like that, and that was me in prison, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like I have to catch up with with this life, and it kind of had me depressed, mainly because the ID situation and the job situation. I wasn't looking to go this long without having a job. I wanted to work. My lady Brooke wanted me to chill for about 3 months. I didn't want to. I wanted to chill for no more than 3 weeks and get to work. I wanted to go to work, because I wanted to stay active. I didn't want to just be like for example, I hate being in the house. I do not like being in the house. I'm outside all day. I'm talking about I'm walking, I'm doing something. I know the neighbors like, man, that dude don't never go. He always out. I'm always outside. I don't never want to be out, in the house all day, so um I just want to be active. I don't want to be sitting there. I'm always doing something, you know what I'm saying? And it still feel like I'm in them cages, man. It feel like I'm in them cages because I haven't started my life yet. You can't start a life without all of your paperwork, your IDs, and all of these different things. Then I got the parole officer. She steady. You got it yet? Did you do this yet? Did you do that yet? And I'm like, y'all ain't helped me do
I
nothing,
was just to say, so they don't even offer any assistance with that?
man. If I was from Mississippi, it wouldn't have been a problem. But since I'm from Chicago, I have to go through all of this different stuff there, to get it here,
Boy.
And then on top of me being from Chicago, I'm also adopted. So and then on top of me being adopted, when I was adopted, my name was changed. So it's like had to all these different things had to, this stuff got to be verified on different levels, and it sets me back from doing what, now I got to sit here, and basically, just do nothing. I'm used to being a
Yeah,
man, like, I got my half, or I might have more than my half, so that's what
right,
I'm used to. That's what
right.
I'm used to being. I ain't used to, just sitting at the house. I keep the house clean. I wash the dishes. What I'm saying?
And like,
I'm
nah,
not used to this.
nah.
I'm not
Look,
used to
I'm ready to do my 240. Look, this 120
it.
stuff over here.
Yeah, man, I ain't used to this. Man, for real.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just,
I get it.
but like I said, I told you before we got started. Today I got my job, and I start Friday, so I'm just I'm happy. I thank the Lord that happened. For real. So I go. That woman asked me, well, like, what are you good at? I'm good at whatever you need me to be good at. I just
But
get
you see,
it.
whatever, let's hear, whatever you like.
That's right. So
Yeah,
just start my life, man. I just felt it was a blessing just because, I still don't have all my paperwork. So
right.
anything would have been a blessing, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, yes, yes. Look at God, though. Look at God.
That's
And
right.
when you got home like right before New Year's,
New Year's Eve. Hmm. Hmm.
and that
Yeah.
was crazy. So
Yeah.
you ain't been home no time. Give yourself a break. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
It's
that's what
coming.
everybody tells me, man. But I want to work. I want to work. I want another job. When I seen, if I would have, you know, I would have been pulling up at these different jobs, these different places, just trying. I just, it just so happened that that lady seen me on social media, and she heard my story, and she told
Yeah.
me to go there. But I ain't even done now. I'm trying to get me another job because I wanna, because the job that I want, I know I'm not gonna be able to get right now because I'm had to go through all the paperwork and stuff. But I'm trying to. I got some stuff I need to do, man. I like traveling. I'm trying to come up there with y'all. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? So,
Yes. Yes. But
yeah.
don't worry, brother. We coming down there to England with you in a couple of
Know what's up? I'm sure gonna be there too. I'm sure
We
gonna be there.
definitely pulling up. The Aisha sisters is pulling up, baby. We is
What's up?
there, there. Well, all right, Ken. I thank you so much. This has been a great show. I really appreciate you. Um, get the people a close out. Tell them something.
I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you again for the opportunity of being on here. It's always a blessing to be with you, sis. As well as all of the followers on here that's following, this platform and the Aisha sisters in general. I just want to say, man, continue following, continue staying strong, and be blessed. That's it, man.
All right. Thank you. When I close out, don't log off. All right, you guys. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Culture Connects podcast. I am your hostess, Honey, and this has been a phenomenal situation. I thank you so much, Brother Kent. Tune in next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for another episode of the Culture Connects. Till next time.
Thank you for watching the Culture Connects podcast. Please join us next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am your hostess, Honey, and this is an Aisha Sisters production.